like to talk about a theme that has been running throughout a lot of what we've been doing in the EBA during 2022. And the theme is, which way, Lord? There was this sense that coming out of the pandemic, coming out of lockdown, realising all the changes that we've been through in society and in church, that it's the right time to be asking the question, which way, Lord? What do things look like now? And I'm sure you've been asking those questions in your church. And so once a month we meet together on Zoom, open to anybody across the association, for a half an hour of prayer on a Tuesday morning. The next one is the 5th of July. And we're asking which way, Lord, around a number of different themes. You'd be very welcome to join us, and you'd find the link on our website. And staying with that theme, we have our EBA Gathering on the 24th of September at Bluntisham Baptist Church in Cambridgeshire, from 1:30 till 5, and we're really excited to have the keynote speaker of Reverend Susan Myatt joining us, who is a deaf lady who runs a church for the deaf. She's a real inspiration to listen to watch, to be with, and I hope you will come and hear what she has to say about exploring new ground through communication. We also want to explore new ground through outreach. And we've got Neil Whitmill coming and challenging us in a creative, artistic way. And then we want to bring the theme of exploring new ground as a trustee. We get so many questions about trusteeship, what it means, what it looks like. So we felt it was time for a conversation. But all of this gathering together will be peppered with conversations, with networking, and of course with a good cup of tea and a good piece of cake. And I can assure you Bluntisham Baptist Church are excellent in their hospitality. In addition to that, if your church is thinking about a building project, well, Bluntisham had just come out of 18 months of a huge building refurbishment of a listed building, and they would be happy to chat with you about that and the difficulties they've encountered, the successes that they've achieved. So if that's you and you're interested, then come along at 12:30 with your packed lunch and have a conversation with them. I'm sure the 24th of September will be a great day. Look forward to seeing you there. Just a couple of other things then. I wonder, as ministers, have you signed up for CMD, Continuous Ministerial Development? Have you started journeying with someone else in accountability? Have you joined perhaps a learning group or a book club? What are you learning through that process, and how could you encourage others to join up too? Finally, as the regional team, we're looking to help facilitate healthy conversations in our cluster groups where ministers gather, conversations around the tricky ethical issues and theological issues which we may hold different views on, but it's really good to talk about. We're happy to come and facilitate that conversation, not as experts, not with all the answers, but to be able to share and listen and converse together and think about how we can take that conversation into our churches as well. That's enough from me then. I'd like to encourage you to sit back and watch our latest home mission video, which is from Wyndham Baptist Church in Norfolk, and tells the story about how dreaming the impossible with God can then become possible. Thank you. Welcome to Norfolk, and in particular, welcome to the beautiful town of Wyndham. We're here today to tell you a story of creativity, of courage, and renewal of life.
When we first arrived here at Wyndham, the church had unfortunately gone through a church split and was still healing from that. After 21 years, the toddler group the church had run was sadly drawing to a close. A real wrenching of the spirit, really, of how can this close after all our efforts, and a real fear of what do we do now? But, you know, we searched the scriptures, we prayed together, we supported one another, and we just felt, no, God hasn't forgotten us. He hasn't abandoned us at all.
I cried out to him to show me what it was that we needed to do. That's when he spoke to me about the cafe, and that's where the vision for Roots was born.
The
vision is very much on enlarging our tent now, is the fact that we need not just more physical space, but space for more people to come along and see what we're doing and to join in and to expand the kingdom of God, which is always what the vision of the cafe has been about.
We want to reach out to people with the love of God, whoever they are, wherever they are, and at what stage they are. We don't expect them to come into our world and conform to our rules. We want them just to be themselves, and we want to reach out to them.
To anybody that's got a vision that's a bit scary, that just be brave, just go for it and trust God, because He will give you everything you need. He will enable you to do the big, the scary,